We're live.
We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Howdy.
Woo! I'm excited.
Welcome.
Welcome to SIP.
Systems in place. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you do. Most definitely. It's our first episode. It's our launch party. And I think we've pretty much kind of done a little good job on our party. We got munchies.
Yeah.
We got some alcohol, some cider.
We're just missing you guys.
Yes. We have balloons.
We got balloons, we got plants, we got money, we got honey. We got
the
it
swag.
all.
We got the wigs.
We got the wigs.
We got the ladies in place. Systems in place or
Yes.
what? Or we got everything
We got
in
the
place?
wigs in place over here and shit. Got
Love
my
it.
notes right
Little
here.
always has her notes.
Yeah, my handy dandy notebook.
So let's go ahead and kind of just start it off with introducing ourselves. And then we'll go ahead and start off with the party favorites. How about that, guys? Maybe just...
Party favors? What kind of party favors?
You know, so we got some exploding devices, and then we got some fireworks, and then we got some popping champagne. So let's kind of
Poppin'
introduce ourselves
bottles.
and just go from there.
I feel like you should introduce yourself first.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very
We're
much.
flipping the script.
Flipping it on me.
DJ's first.
Well, thank you guys. Lovely ladies, thank you guys. My name is Jorge, a.k.a. DJ Nasty. We up in the house. Thank you guys for joining us. This is SIP, and it's just a podcast just explaining a little bit about what we do in our normal day-to-day lives, really, what it's going to come down to, right? And it was just us just being ourselves and, just living our lives and, helping you guys out a little bit more, too, with our entrepreneur lifestyle that we kind of live. We have our own little small businesses and, just kind of sharing information with everybody else out there and, just kind of like the little troubles that we get into. So definitely, I've been a long time DJ, resident of Escondido since three years old. So super excited to get my stuff out there, to talk to everybody, to be around everybody. Everything's kind of been difficult. We've all had to slow down because of COVID and stuff like that. But, it's kind of given us an opportunity to start something new and maybe something new and exciting. And we're able to kind of just, pump forward and keep it going. And good vibes from here on out. And definitely this is super exciting. And I'm excited. And I'm ready to get this going and roll on.
Woo!
We do. So
Run
we pass on the flame to Little.
I'm taking the torch. My name is Jocelyn Little. Everybody knows me by gambling on the internet. The homies call me Little. I have a podcast called Ramblin' with Gamblin'. I have a brand called Gamblin'. You can find all my merch on gamblin.com. I've been a Escondido resident since I was 4 years old. Been living here most of my life. Lived in Temecula for a few years and then I moved back. I am a learning coach. I've been homeschooling my son for 3 years, so I'm a fucking veterana in this homeschooling game. What else? I've been living in pain for the past year. I've been doing a lot of soul searching these past couple years, as far as spirituality and stuff like that, and I just kind of want to share my journey with everyone. I don't live a conventional life. I try to live my life outside of the norm. I'm convinced that I'm supposed to live my life on my own terms, and that's why I'm here, because I feel like all of us kind of in some way are very unconventional, and we are taking life on, how can I call it, by our, we're living our life in our own terms and pretty much, doing things our way, and so we're here to teach you our ways. Take it on, V.
Amen to all that. I'm V, also known as Wigs by V. What can I tell you guys? Well, I come from nothing, and I'm obviously something. And I feel like we all have... Drop this. Sorry. I feel like we all have that opportunity. Like if you want it, you can have it. If you can see it in your mind, you can have it. The only thing is that we forget that you plant the seed and you have to water it and wait for that fruit. It's not just going to just be there the next day. And a lot of people tend to forget that and you just drop the ball. And that's what we're here because we dropped the ball too. I actually heard our first and second podcast and I really needed it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm taking my own advice, you know, and obviously you guys is too. And there was just so many things that I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till everybody gets to hear it. I mean, you're obviously already listening to it. And here we go.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to Jorge, like straight out.
For inviting us to your home and, you know, setting up this platform for us to be a part of.
Planting that seed, allowing us to water it with you and Candy back there.
With champagne. Shout out Candy.
Yes, taking
and
care of
Jazzy over there.
Jazzy and Candy, definitely behind the scenes taking care of us today.
The producers.
So we will definitely have Candy come out here one of these days with us, and she's going to hop in on the podcast. Because I was like, you know, el chisme te va a gustar. And I was like, you're going to want to join in. I was like, watch, you're going to be right here. You're going to, later on.
No, pues ya está.
Le va a picar la lengua.
Ya está. She here. So really, this is our official first podcast, but we've done.
Yeah. So
what? How many did we do?
We've hung out twice.
But we did 3.
Yeah, but we did like 3 episodes, and it was just kind of like a warm up of what today was gonna be.
Como dices tú, rambling.
It was just a rambling with systems in place.
Yes, systems in place.
So yeah, we just pretty much got to know each other, you know, on a different level. Because I mean, I obviously work with V, so I know her. I see her all the time. But George, we actually looked you. We YouTubed some of your old videos.
I told him because we were so excited.
Yeah,
to
I was like, oh, let me just look up DJ Nasty and see what pops up. Young George and the quinceañeras popping up. Have you seen your dad's YouTube videos? They're good. He's good, and I think it's so dope that like you have that to look back at, and you know you can show your daughter, you know, your pre-baby days.
Seriously, that was cool. There's even some videos of the party scene, that's for sure. Those days were so much fun too.
I went to a couple parties.
And it's funny to like look back and it's like, wow, that was us, and then now we're here and we're just trying to like change everything and get you guys taken care of and have a brighter future, not just for yourself, but for your kids and grandkids. And if you don't plan to have kids, that's cool too, but just for yourself.
Yeah.
Gotta be selfish.
Your community.
Amen.
Yes.
Your community.
How we doing? I'm ready to pop some bottles. I just had a Truly before I came here.
Oh God, a Truly. Those aren't even good.
I know.
Do you know how to open the champagne?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do you?
Huh?
Do you?
I've never.
You've never? Have you popped one? Yeah. I kind of was hoping we would like. No, maybe not. Never mind.
Are you ready? Okay, wait. We're gonna count down, okay?
Looks like we're ready. Are we ready?
Poppin' Bottles is my middle name.
Okay, but point it away from this light though, right?
Oh.
Imagine. Oh my God, that would be the ultimate intro.
Wait, don't you have to take this off?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, ready? All
Are
right.
we gonna count?
5,
4,
3,
2, 1.
1.
Oh! Woo! Systems in place.
Woo! Try it again.
Is it hard?
She got this. Get in the frame, girl. Get in the frame. Get in the frame. Come pop it over here on this side.
Should we get the other champagne
go.
bottle?
Do you want to repeat it?
No,
We can
she
do the other champagne
she can
bottle
just do
too.
it. It's fine. It's fine.
We have okay.
Go ahead. Do
Ready.
it. Do it. Woo! You got it.
You should really do the other.
Let's see. Oh, it's because you have to twist it.
It's okay.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Hell yeah.
How cool.
That was awesome.
How cool.
Right, let's.
Oh, that was so cool.
How fun.
Because they're going to start talking about things. You can't be in here.
Salud.
How
You want apple cider?
Oh, I promise that I'm going to leave the whole thing here for you. But you can't eat them all, eh?
And you gotta finish your homework before you eat them.
Thank you.
You know,
I know.
setting systems in place over here. Oh man. Pop that bubbly. Good night, Jazz.
Good night. Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night. I know it was harder than I thought that night.
No.
But I always see him do it at parties. You take video?
All the vibes.
I didn't. I tried to help
Social
her.
media.
Oh, I know.
It's okay.
I thought about that later. I was like, dang, I should have had her.
Hands-free.
Yeah. Or that too.
It's all good.
Salud, salud,
Hey,
salud.
you can start off a podcast every day with popping a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So I'm getting drunk every Monday.
Hey, you didn't give some to Candy? Come
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna get
bro.
candy in the mix.
Still missing one.
Yeah, this.
Pop that bubbly. Pop that bubbly.
Kenny gets the special kind, extra hard.
Of course.
That's how she got pregnant. Just kidding.
I was gonna say extra dry, and then you said
No, obviously it wasn't extra dry. Sorry, I don't even know you like that, really.
Oh my God.
Salud.
We're about to get to know each other like that. All right. Well, good thing V brought 2 because we will definitely be needing a couple more.
Yeah.
no. And the thing of it is that with these things, I don't know why, like they just go by real fast. Same
Yeah.
with wine. Like I feel like I served like maybe one or twice, and it's like gone.
On do you drink regularly these ones?
Yeah,
We
like
had
a-
one on Sunday. We
Oh,
had a
really?
bottle on Sunday.
Is it? Well,
Well, we-
that's why I was like.
Mimosas, right?
We did
Yeah, we had
mimosas.
mimosas.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was like, can you guys get a champagne? Like, I was like, can we get you some champagne? I was like, hopefully they know which one to buy because I was like, I've never fucking done any. So,
Well,
see,
cool.
that's why it's good to have girlfriends.
Hey, don't do that again.
So,
Popping bottles.
What's poppin'?
What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. I got options. All right, what are we talking about today, guys?
definitely a lot of options. Man.
So,
So-
do you guys want to talk about Yes We Cans?
Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
It's a very good intro.
So George had an idea. It was one of those lights that just pops up in your head and it's like bing. He had an idea of collecting cans. And so if you're listening to this and you don't recycle, but you want to help us help someone else, start recycling, motherfuckers. His idea was he wants, of course, one of the main purposes of this podcast is to help community members. And that's why me and V were so drawn to the idea, because that's what we do, is we want to help, our community. Obviously everyone's going through a tough time right now. Money's tight. So we're trying to figure out ways and how we can give back. So he had a bright idea of recycling cans and, maybe going around businesses or, friends or family that, do recycle, but then they just do whatever with their cans, right? So I came up with the name, Yes We Cans. And are we doing this every month?
Yeah, so the idea would kind of be like, obviously in a month, $50, I don't know how much help that would be for a family, right? But like the idea would be for like multiple people to join in and pitch in, right? Because this came out of just like me in my backyard going like, okay, this is like 40, 80
He's
bucks.
like, okay, I drink a lot.
I drink a lot. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm just going to go and get some more beer, trade this in for more beer, carne asada, and then, the cycle begins again next month. So I was like, man, but what if, some money where I don't really have to bring out of my pocket, like not necessarily, it is out of my pocket, but, it's cans, like, you don't think about that, like, oh, that's like money right there. No, you just grab your can, you recycle it, you put it off to the side, and it's right there, and it stays stored. And then later on at the end of the month, you have some money right there. But, but that money, it wasn't really something that te dolió or like it hurt for you to grab it out of your pocket and give it to somebody. Right. Not that it hurts, but it does hurt.
It's a donation, but it's not like, you're
it's not
just,
coming,
yeah.
It's not hitting your family financially. Because the first thing that I was like, I've told a couple people already, and this is like the people that tell me. So who needs help? You, right? Because you're the family in need that needs help. So all the cans would go to you, right? And I was like, not like that. Like, obviously we're all in need. I know. Obviously we're all in need. Obviously I need more money anytime, right? But like
we can all use more money.
Yeah, we can all. Anybody would be like, oh fuck yeah, you want to come in through and give me $100 every month? Then hell yeah. But the point is, a family that's less fortunate than myself, than the people that we hang around with, the people that we around, or even it could be people that we hang around.
Yeah.
People around us could be, in dire needs certain times of the year. Not necessarily means you could be doing good all year round, and then like 1 month is just like completely bad.
Or the holidays are coming up, and we need extra money for gifts, whatever.
And you got to choose rent over gifts, or feeding your family over gifts. And that sucks too.
And if there is somebody out there and you're listening, contact us. Like, we are here to help, and this is the reason why we want to do that. I feel like we are definitely blessed, and there's people out there that they're not, and that's what we're trying to do. Contact those people.
Especially right now because the kids are at home, so a lot of people do rely on school lunches and stuff like that to feed their children. And now with the kids being at home, that's another 2 meals that you have to supplement, and it's a lot. It's
but I do think $50 goes a long way if we were to go to the store and like buy like rice and like beans or
even just get them like a grocery store gift card.
That too.
Yeah,
I like that better actually. I like that better.
Yeah, because then kind of like they're not buying a fucking sack of weed or something.
But they could buy liquor.
Yeah.
But
see, that's where we can feel that
yeah, you can sense that vibe. Obviously, like there's a checks and balance with everything that we got. We're not going to just be like, oh, yeah, it looks like you need. No, like somebody's going to, hey, nominate a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's that?
Or if you know someone
the most noblest way is like, damn, I see that family. Like, sometimes even those families don't want to be put on blast like that either. But,
and we will definitely, protect your privacy, discretion. 100%.
Because it does feel bad, like sometimes like, oh,
it's like those people that like give the homeless money but record it.
Here you go, bro. Here's $1.
Yeah, look, give back, y'all. Give back.
Definitely a lot of fakes like that out there, but no, let's not try and do stuff like that. But definitely the bigger picture is helping out. Just like little things. Just little things that we can. You don't have to necessarily go out of your way every single day, but it's something that you just keep in the back of your mind.
Yeah, just be mindful. Practice mindfulness. That's a good topic too, is to practice mindfulness and just be aware. In my podcast I talk a lot about how I felt like for most of my adult life I was living on autopilot, and I was just kind of like living my life, going to work, teaching my kid, and partying, and Monday through Friday, and we looking forward to the weekend, and whatever. It was just like autopilot. And at one point, like, I just paused. God put a big stop on me and was like, you need to chill the fuck out. And that's when I started, getting into gardening and, being more in tune with Mother Nature and being more mindful about things like recycling and, breaking cycles, breaking bad habits, or just being mindful of, what I put in my body, how many times I put in my body, drinking too much, even though I was hungover last week. Just mindfulness. Like, look up the meaning of mindfulness and it'll broaden your horizons, and it's just being thoughtful and considerate about, what you do every day. Like, we're so consumed by the outside world, and we're so programmed into, living a certain way and doing certain things at a certain time, going to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, coming home at 5 p.m., having lunch at 12 p.m. We're so programmed that we're not mindful. And, I'm very big on mindfulness now. Like, that's, what I don't want to say preach, but that's just what I like to tell people. Just be mindful. That's it. Just be mindful.
And I think mindfulness kind of like means also like being at peace with yourself, right? Like, like that's kind of like the big thing about it too. Like is, when like say a concentration, like like we were talking about yesterday, like you were having some hard time and stuff like that because of like what other people are saying, you know what I mean? But if you're at peace with yourself, you're like, oh, those things just get brushed off. You know what I mean? Like if you are at peace and you know that you are following the best that you can and you're doing the best that you can in life, and you're like you said, you're going taking in the good with the bad, taking away the bad and seeing how your body or your mind reacts to that, that's also being at peace with yourself, because that's going to make you understand, it's going to make you realize where your body is and where your mind is too.
Exactly. And making better decisions too, because a lot of times, like what we were talking about is you get stuck. So you get stuck in life. So what does that mean? That life road that you had, like, because everything just changes. That's why we can't, you can't get stuck. You got to get going. And if people are going to talk, like, you got to let them talk. And I have like a little bit of a hard time with that, just because
you're human.
Well, absolutely, I'm human, and then also
cancer.
And a cancer. Oh God! But I've gotten a lot better as far as like emotions, because I used to be like more like my heart, and now I'm just like, okay, you feel that way, okay, that's fine. Like it kind of hurts just because like there's certain people that I love and care, but other times you just you got to get to a point where even if it's family, friends, whatever, it's just like. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling.
And most of the time, it's a reflection of them, not you.
Oh, I've been telling that to myself all week. Like, it's been a whole week. It's like, that just explains how they are. Like, this isn't you. And it's like, it goes back to, like, mindfulness. Being at peace with yourself. Being able to just, like, let go. And you read that, or at least I read that a lot, and it's like let go, and it's hard, but you gotta get over that bridge. You have to go through the portal and just get over it. And it's like Sandor says, put your feelings in a box. It's just a fucking feeling, and that's gonna keep you away from greatness, from being that amazing person. It's like this whole podcast, like it went from like, I mean, I've been wanting to do a YouTube for like
ever, and like when Jorge hit us up about this, it was like, okay, yeah, like, all right. And now, like today, I was like, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I feel like you definitely jumped out of your comfort zone.
Oh, hugely.
Yeah.
Huge. Like,
I'm proud of you for that.
Oh, thank you so much. Because wasn't I, like, I couldn't wait till you arrived. I was just like,
yeah, she was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, she brought munchies. She brought, like, some gummies from her
chiles.
friend.
Rosies.
Enchiladas. Oh, my God.
Also, I just want to add to that. I don't know, like our I feel like our audience is probably going to range from different ages, from like our friends to our, our younger friends or siblings friends. I don't know if you have siblings, but I'm 27 years old. I don't know if you guys know, but your brain stops developing when you're 24 years old. So you go through so many feelings and so many emotions, and you're an adult at the age of 18, but you really don't stop developing until you're 24. So it's really hard to like feel like you're in this cycle and you can't get out of it when you're still so young and you're not fully developed. I feel like I didn't mature until I was 27. Like I think at 25 I started feeling it. But I felt like at 27, it was like, okay, like I'm comfortable with who I am. I don't feel pressures from the outside world. I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. I can be 100% who I am in front of my friends, my family. Like I can just be me, myself, and I unapologetically with no regrets now. And it took me a very long time to get to this point. And, I've been gambling since I was 16 years old. Like, I've been who I am now for that long, but it didn't take me it took me 10 plus years to finally be who I'm supposed to be. So don't think like you're just going to wake up and, be hot shit, because it's going to take a long time. I don't even feel like I'm hot shit. I feel like I'm not even at my prime yet.
That's so trippy, because it is when it comes down to that, like we were talking about before too. I was like, I want to reinvent myself or something, you know. But sometimes in reality, it's not reinventing yourself. It's just like feeling your skin.
It's stepping into where you
are, because it's like when I go out and I'm wearing my DJ Nasty hat and I wear my DJ Nasty shirt, like I'm like you said, like the hot shit, like I'm DJ Nasty, when I'm out there, boom, boom, you carry yourself with a different, with a different strut, you carry yourself with a different look, you're just like, what the hell, like, like people look at you, like even at the parking lot right now at Walmart, they're like, Nasty, and I was like, what's up, and like I was like, fuck, I just yelled out into like like a blank parking lot, like a dark parking lot. Kenny's like, who was that? And I was like, I don't fucking know, but somebody said Nasty, and I was like, what's up, like it was just like normal, you know what I mean, like. It was like from some car around, like in the parking lot. Some of that saw some guy boys, so it's like obviously like people recognize you, they know who you are and stuff like that, and it's just like you feel, like you feel it, like it's 10 plus years.
It's that name that you've been building for yourself
for 10 plus years.
years.
Like I've been DJ, like you said, like YouTube and stuff like that. Like I've been going at it, hatching at it, like slowly but surely, like obviously like. What people say, what people think. Oh, dude, are you gonna make it, DJ Nasty? What, you're gonna DJ? Every
You already made
it.
it.
You're gonna DJ every wedding with DJ Nasty, and I'm like, well, yeah, like, if they don't want me because I'm DJ Nasty, like, I don't want to fucking DJ their wedding at all.
Yeah.
Because that means that I'm not even gonna have fun, and I'm gonna be so pruned out.
You can't
like,
even be yourself. Like, what do you mean? What?
So everybody that goes in, like, like you're like, okay, yeah, but what are you showing to that clientele? To your clientele, like, we got that. Shop service voice. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? How can I help you? Welcome. So, but we all act it out. It's a different lifestyle. Obviously, I'm not gonna be. What's up? This is DJ Nasty. Like, at the wedding. Like, where's everybody at? But you're gonna be professional. Contest. Yeah, you're gonna be professional. Like, booty shaking contest with the bride and groom. Like, what's cracking? But if they're not,
that'd be my wedding.
That was like so totally the party scene.
It's a booty shaking contest. I think we should. Whoever gets wedding, okay. Out of 3 of us, okay, we're gonna do a booty
don't
shaking.
listen to that.
Cut.
Cut it. But that was good. I'm gonna have to put that into somebody's head. Actually, I'll be like, hey, so you're bridesmaids and groomsmen. Okay, we're gonna do a little dance off.
Yes.
I saw a dance off. They
maybe
did
for
one
your
like last
wedding.
time. They did a dance off last time.
Maybe for your
Te
wedding.
queremos casar.
No, I don't. But okay, so
should we talk about the name systems in place?
oh yes, that's a good place
I
to
feel like
start.
everyone should talk about what it means to them
Ooh, I think so.
and how it resonates. Should I start
I think so
Go
because
for
you
it.
were the one that started.
the name?
That
Okay,
came, then
so
everything.
I had a couple
want
of
more?
I had a couple of I'm good on the. He didn't even offer me any, but I'm good.
That's why you know you're not
I'm
good.
good,
You want
I'm
more? You're already
good.
saying no.
I'm good. So I kind of, I was just looking around, kind of thinking, I'm literally like, once I start, I don't stop, and I just keep going. So I was just trying to, feel the vibe, feel the energy of the room, of the space, and then this thing just kept calling me, and I was on a sick one. I think we were super lit. Sorry, I have to burp. That's why I don't want to drink anymore, because I had a Truly, and I'm just like, I can't. And then I had Felipe's, puro queso.
Felipe's is dang.
so this thing kept calling my name, and then I feel like I hadn't talked to you in a few days, so I was just like unloading all these things onto V. And I think we started this like 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of shit going on in the world at that time, and it was just so many emotions, and I was just being like very cautious and very aware of what I was reading on the internet, how I was letting it affect me. And like, just we consume so much on the daily when it comes to our phones and social media platforms that it's toxic, and it affects you even if you don't let it affect you. It affects you. So I was just sharing with them how I was seeing all these things on social media, and I was just I had watched a little bit of that documentary on Netflix. What is it called? Social Experiment. And, I was just connecting the dots and realizing all these things. And I was just thinking about how we're on the other side of the portal, meaning we're watching this, chess game being played right above us. And we're just watching every single move that's being taken, by whoever's playing the game. And, we're kind of on the other side of the portal. We're seeing the other side of things. But the other side of the portal just kind of, sounded a little bit too much. So really on the other side of the portal is the systems in place. And these are the systems that, are set in place by our governments, by our jobs, by society, whatever, at your house. There's systems in place everywhere you go, good and bad. I've been doing a lot of research. I've always, just been teaching myself because I didn't go to college. I'm not really book smart. I learned different ways. So I've been listening to certain podcasts, learning about topics, as far as like politics, nonprofit, podcasts, like everything you can think of. I'd like dibble and dabble. So I was listening to this podcast, and it was talking about how in order to achieve your goals, you have to have systems in place. And I don't know about you guys, but recently I've been hearing systems in place, and it just made so much sense. And like when the universe throws something at you, you gotta harness that shit and run with it. And so that's what we're doing, is we're running with this system here that we have in place at DJ Nasty's house. And yeah, so that's what systems in place means to me. Every day, we have a system in place. We get out of bed, we brush our teeth, we have breakfast, we look at our schedules, we go to work, work on our business, work on our kids, schooling, and it's systems in place that we have to have in order to be functioning members of society. And here we are.
That's a great way to explain it. Systems in place definitely brings out a lot of what it is that we do our normal days every day, right? So for me, systems in place kind of it does tie into that, but it also ties into me of what like it's somewhere where we can come in and just hang out and be ourselves, right? It's somewhere where me, you, and V can talk and like, not worry about what everybody else talks about. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we look for guidance, but we don't really find it because it's really hard between ourselves. Like by yourself to find something, it's so hard. But once like 2 heads or 3 heads are in the same problem, trying to fix a problem, you're gonna get a solution. And I think that's kind of like when it comes down to like like rambling on between like by yourself. That's what you're trying to find, but you can't really find that because it's like your head's just kind of it's like you're playing like handball by yourself. You're just like, oh man, this is boring. But once you start like bumping heads with somebody, you're just like, whoa, it's just like little sparks
feeding
of
off
idea.
of each other.
Like little sparks of idea come out and stuff like that. And like that was like the main thing that I like when I thought about you guys. And when I was like, oh, I want them to be in my circle of podcasts of what I want, because for me it was like the reaction I've been getting from other people is like, okay, cool, start it and then we'll go, and like build it and we'll come, Babylon, whatever, the story of Babylon, whatever, I don't know. But for you guys, it was like, what? No way! Like, what do you already have? So it's like boom, I brought you guys, and you guys were like, what the, like, you know, like, you guys' expectations were like, what the, that's so crazy. You already have this much set up. Let's get started right now.
Literally.
There wasn't like, fuck, let's wait for next week. Let's wait. Oh, no, right now. Spontaneous. Let's do it. You got it right there. Systems in place. And that, like, that's what you said. You're like, your systems are like fucking like in place. Like, that's what you already have here. You know, you're like, oh, like, that's, like, it makes you just want to just jump on it already. Like this, the universe throws it at you and you like jump on it. You're like, damn, that's crazy. Like how that, and then it just vibes off of everything. You know, I talked to V the day before and I was like, V, like, we need to do something like this. You know why? Because you really want to be out there. I know you want to be out there because you and your business, everything that you do, like, it's, you know, it's just 100% genuine. You know, like, you know, you help people with cancer, you help people with just to look better, you know, on the daily basis, you know, and, you know, you make them feel just them. And that's what you want to be. You want to feel yourself. And that's like the biggest thing about V, I think, is that she does help people that maybe
that
in
don't
some
feel
cases
like
don't
themselves. Yeah.
make them bring that little bit of back. Which in reality, sometimes, like, you know, you can tell everybody, you're beautiful the way you are. It doesn't matter, you know. But, you know, sometimes, you know, society doesn't tell you. You know, there's systems in place that keep, you know, whether it's a man, female, or whatever, that tells them, no, that's not the way you're supposed to look.
Right.
Or you're supposed to be like this, or like that.
Right.
You know, so definitely, you know, what we want to partake in this is just kind of just guiding people into, like, what, you know, like, kind of like how we live our lifestyle, and, you know, how we kind of be able to get through our day-to-day norms, and, you know, what systems we've also put in, because, you know, we definitely are not going to follow what everybody else puts in. No, we're going to follow what works for us. And what we work, we can be pioneers for other people, because they're going to be looking on to what we do, because everybody's growing now. Systems are changing. You know, you have the workforce changing. Everything is changing. People are not just doing their normal 8 to 5. You're not finding labor no more. You're finding people that are creative, that want to build, that want to grow, that want to make a team. The only way to survive is making a team, because I can't make this by myself. I tried all that. You know what I mean? Like, I sat here, like,
Candy was
camera.
like, you're ignoring me.
You know, Candy, I was like, Candy, come on, like, talk to me. You know, Candy's like, no, you're too busy doing, you know. But, you know, once you have a little group, you know, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, people around you that are in the same mentality as you. They're like, oh, we're ready and we're excited and we're hyped, and don't matter what it takes, let's go. And that's the people that you need to stick around with and be around, because those are the people that are always going to hype you up and be better. You know, you're going to be like, you're going to bounce off energy. Like you said, oh, I might not want to go today, but he's like, I'm so excited. Come on. So you're going to go and you're like, hell yeah. I'm like, so
that was
excited.
me the first day. I was like, I almost didn't come, but I was like, there's no way I can't.
You're like, come on, let's try it out. Why not? You know what I mean? And I think that's just like the hardest thing, is just setting that right foot, because it's so hard to get up in the morning. I try so hard to get up every day to go to the gym, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, my alarm goes off at 6 in the morning. You can ask Candy. I will fucking be for real. But, you know, I end up waking up at 7:30, go to work, and, you know, and that's it. But you know what? Every day you wake up, you're like, fuck, I'm not happy with my fucking fat ass. You know what I mean? So you're just like, okay. But you don't put those systems in place, you're not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? I lost a bunch of weight like a month ago, and then, like, what happens? My system fell out of place. So now, like, I'm like slowly watching that scale at work. I go and fucking jump on it every day, and my packaging guy goes, "What's up, bro? Where you at?" And I'm like, fuck, this weekend was that good. It's just 3 pounds. I'm back at like 220. Fuck, okay. But, you know, it's every day working at it, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, that alarm still stays on there because it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it has to do it. You know what I mean?
Reminding you.
You know, like, you know, she was like, that YouTube, the YouTube page has been on there. I've made that YouTube page like about a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't even remember. And I put the banner up, and I put everything, and I set it up, vlogs, and, you know, how-to videos, and it says everything on there. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's been there. Why haven't I used it? No, why? Because it's that first step. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to record? Or are they even going to like it? What do they do?
I feel like YouTube is probably one of the hardest platforms to stick to.
Yeah, to get on.
It's just not very, like, enticing. Like, no te llama la atención. I don't know why. I have a YouTube page, too, and, you know, I make videos, and I, like, randomly upload them, but I just feel like, I don't know.
I think the way that they're doing now is, like now there's, like, music you can download and use on your videos, and now, like, there's, like, they're doing a more editor type, so now you don't have to use a program and edit it out. Now you can just edit it on there. So it's like taking the music away, like that video is like taking out the music. So, but I mean, we're kind of just going off to the off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
B.
Love what you guys said, first of all. System in place is kind of like, for me, it's like a tripod. And it's funny because it's like, it's what keeps it going. It's like a pyramid, and like a lot of businesses or side hustles, which I have nothing against it. It's kind of like that, like a little pyramid. And for me, like, it's more like really building that true pyramid. But it's not even just like the look of the pyramid. We're talking about like back in the day, like our brains are so powerful and smart, and we have so many ideas that we haven't shared with you guys, but just like random things that we have like as ideas. And I feel like it's just like you said, like with the alarm, it's just having them in our heads. It's like, you guys, if you have an idea, you have something you want to go for, like open your first business or this, that. Like, I have a girlfriend who wants to start her own lash business, and I love how she was comfortable enough to ask me because she knows I'm cool like that. I was gonna be like, oh, you're gonna start your own lash business? Oh no, because I have my lash business. It's like, nah, girl. Like, I actually hit her up and I was like, oh, this is your homework. And then like the next day I was like, did you do it? Da-da-da. And we were actually supposed to meet Monday, but like something happened, blah blah. And I know that it's just like that, that's just it. But it's like, just as long as it's in your head and you're watering it as you're thinking about it, because if you can see it, it's there. Now you just got to take that second step, and yeah, you're watering it as you're seeing in your head, but it's like, what kind of work are you doing here on earth? You know, what are you doing? Just like for us, sitting here talking about it, getting out of our comfort zones. So like for me, systems in place really is just getting out of my comfort zone and just teaming up, like you guys said. I actually hadn't even thought about what like it meant to me. I knew what it meant and what we agreed on, but like as I heard you guys talking, that's why I was so quiet. I didn't know. I was just like, and all I can think about is just us, like a tripod, that pyramid. But it's not just the pyramid for the look. It's like what was underneath, like back in the day, BC, you know, like.
Yeah, also I like the tripod because it's kind of like you can't have a system in place really without like the help of others. I mean, yeah, you can, go to the gym and stuff, but like you need that alarm to wake you up to get you to the gym,
Your water.
It's like you need your water, you need,
Your motivation.
your energy. A lot of things.
And I mean, like, I think one of the biggest things for me, like, it's like not to let myself down on things that I haven't accomplished yet. You know what I mean? But just like always keeping them as a reminder, just always have them there. Always have them there. I've been trying to get the podcast going for, a long time. But, everywhere that I've gone and I've sat down and I've been in my home and I have a room set up for a podcast, for a DJ studio. And it's always been there. It's always been the idea. I've always had couches set up. Like, oh, if I interview here and you're going to be interviewed there. And, like in my other apartment, I had like 2 couches, set up. I was like, dude, this is going to be perfect right here. This is where we're going to sit. Microphone's here, da-da-da-da. So it's just like things like that, it's just been going. It's conjuring. You're bringing it to you. And then, boom, you're there. You're just right there, and then now you're just like coasting it because it feels right. You're just like, okay, now it feels like it. Because if you also rush things, you can kind of get it into over your head about things, but but it also is good too because that's how you learn too. We fall on our heads, we fall and we get back up, and then we try again, and then we try to do it our way too. Like at the end of the day, like I think. We're going to have a lot of people and everybody, whoever's, is going to say, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that. I'm sorry, but, this is just the way it's going to keep on going. And obviously take good criticism, right? Constructive criticism. But, keep it going, the way that we need to and not change for anybody in the authenticity of what we have in the friendship and, and the hangout that we do create. And I think the more authentic and the more nice and everything, everybody's going to want to join. You're going to attract that good vibes and you're going to attract that good energy. And like you said, somebody needs to start a podcast. Hell yeah, we'll show them how to start it. You want to jump in? Jump in. Let's see what what you can build.
Started.
Because you build a community of people that start following. Because you're going to be able to start growing not just like as a DJ, you're gonna be able to start going as a wig industry. You're gonna be able to do, more teaching. And people are like, oh, dude, check out this teaching class that I, learned and used my kid, and then boom, you're like, oh, wow, it's way much more easier. Or, check out, this DJ record pool that I do or whatever. But you start finding more people like you. And that's like one of the things about, I think, every human being feels like they're by themselves. But
Yeah, at one point,
once you
yeah.
kind of get like into like this internet thing, like you see that there's so many people that think like you, that might kind of act like you, or just feel the same way, and they're just gonna vibe with you in such a different type of way that you're gonna be like, wow, you're so far away, but you're so connected, and that's like the portal. The portal is right here. Like the portal is gonna be what's gonna connect us to everybody out there, whether it's good or bad, the outside, and then we're gonna be able to bring them in to our little world that we create and that we live in, even as exciting as it is or not exciting as it is. But I'm pretty sure, we have pretty good charisma and, like type of personalities that, people are going to love, and they're going to be able to have fun with them, and, and definitely also help them out too, because a lot of this is just being able to, I want to help out people too. I think we come from like us being very noble hearted too, like I think, and a lot of people take advantage of that, and I feel bad because it's happened to me thousands of times, like I've, DJ parties and they fucking don't pay me, I'll pay you next week, okay, cool, whatever, so I'm throwing any money, bye, it's cool. But, in industry, you just get, you get taken, and sometimes we don't want to be that person that wants to get taken, but, it just sucks because we're so vulnerable sometimes, and we just like, we're just so nice, like, oh my God, it's like, and we're
DJ
just
nice.
suckers, yeah. But it's just like we don't, you don't want to be like that. But you also got to learn to read people too, and see who's really your friend and who's going to be out there, and then who's actually supporting for the right reason, or not just to get a handout around from you too. So I mean, I think we are pretty good judges of that, But I think we definitely would love to, let people know how we are able to kind of just detach ourselves from those type of people and know where they're at, and how to define them, because like I think a lot of people can lynch on, especially like maybe right now. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're getting a podcast or whatever. Can we hang out? Blah blah blah. But it's like, are you really authentically hanging out with me, or what are you trying to do? You want to be, I would love more of an authenticity of a friendship than just somebody that just like likes to just hang out because
Right.
they might get something from it. I don't know. So.
Or they just want your energy. I've noticed that a lot of times it's just they just want like your good vibe and energy, and like you pump them up, and
there's energy vampires in this world.
absolutely, because I'm the kind of friend, like I'm the kind of friend that will call you out and be a total punk in your face, but I will also be that kind of friend that if you're not there, I will still talk like so wonderful about you, and the thing of it is like I feel like a lot of people just like want like that energy, like that pump me up kind of thing, and then when you tell them like certain things like
Real shit.
real stuff, or like even just like positive good things happening, like they're just like, oh, like they get all like, and that's like the part that you have to like remember, like if you really really want that one thing to be awesome and different, you gotta be okay detaching yourself from the people you grew, because there's one thing that Little told me like a few days ago, and it's like people don't, what was it? Can you say that? Because that was so
People.
awesome.
Okay, so if you grew up with someone and they saw you, like before you were who you are now, it makes them uncomfortable seeing you doing better than them, or seeing you doing better than, you were doing when they met you. Simply because when they met you, that's who that they knew you to be, this person. So now when they, see you again and you're older and you're successful, or you might be doing better than them, it makes them uncomfortable. And it just goes back to like the reflection thing. Like it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them, because they're just reflecting on who you used to be, and they're seeing, you're successful business owner, how you carry yourself. And then I sent you that thing. Some people are just uncomfortable because your character carries more than their title.
Amen to that one. And it truly does go back to what we were just saying. Like, it's, if you really want to be that entrepreneur, awesome person and just jump, you got to be able to let them go. You can still be cool with them. Like, I'm cool with a lot of people. Like, I talk
Cordial.
or follow. I don't even like consider them. I say friends sometimes, like the word friend, but it's like acquaintance. People that I know, that I grew up with, or like people that I feel like I've known for like 10, 15 years. And I'm like, oh, my friend. And it's like, you're not my friend, because if you were really my friend, you would go on anywhere on my website presence and give me at least a fucking 5-star. I've asked for that so many times, and like there's people, even my own family, that I've asked and that they don't do it, and it's kind of like, whoa, that's, it takes 2 seconds. That's pretty messed up. So you got to be okay to like detach yourself from those people, even fam, and be able to fly high like those eagles. You don't
And
want
not
to,
just that, but not take it personal.
and that's been the hardest for me. It's been the hardest for me, but I'm learning and I'm evolving. I feel like this year I've done so much healing, like spiritual healing, like mental healing, like everything in the healing
Combo
world.
healing.
Amen. Combo healing, like any kind of healing, to like be able to be okay with that, because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing, but you just mentally have to be okay with that. Like, be like, okay.
I just kind of want to go back how you were saying, how we were talking about, people wanting to do things like this, or maybe having like a creative itch to start a podcast or become a DJ or start a business. When I started podcasting 2 years ago, the first time I ever went on a podcast was to be interviewed. And then when I got interviewed, my friend was like, oh, you should like come on and be not my co-host, but like have a segment every now and then. And then it was like, oh, you should have your own podcast. And like, it was all something I kind of got pushed into. It wasn't even, like, oh, I want to start a podcast. Like, I hated my voice. I couldn't stand my voice. I always thought I had the most annoying voice. And, once I hopped on the podcast, and, that's kind of when I started, tapping into nature, and like, like all these things, like a lot of things in my life were changing. I was like losing friendships, like 10-year, 15-year friendships. And I was, all these things were happening, and I felt like, I just needed to use my voice. Like, I felt like my superpower was my voice, and if I was gonna do anything, it was gonna be with my voice. And I've always kind of felt like I had this persona, but I didn't have a voice. Like, I was just this character, and I had this look, and I was like pretty, and I my makeup was always done, and I was always partying, but no one got to hear from me. They just got to see me. They didn't hear from me. And so when I started speaking and I got more comfortable, and I was having all these emotions, it was like a therapy to me. Like, this is therapy. Like, this is a form of therapy.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're us getting to know each other, us having conversations that our parents would never have. Like, this is helping us with our kids and communication. It's one of the biggest things in humanity is communicating. Like,
it is one of the things that I've definitely, we all communicate, we all talk,
right,
but we never actually communicate. Like, I've definitely, like, this past 2 years, I want to go back to like maturism, right? Where you say like, you come back, like you said, I don't really feel like I've grown until like 25, 26, 27. Like, like that's like
the autopilot.
the most
I'm
memorable,
telling you.
like the most memorable times right now that I have is just like these last 2 years, where I'm just like, wow, like these last 2 years have been like working, DJing, and like not partying, not bullshitting, like, like you said, like there's friends that have fallen off and they're probably like better in the past, wishing them best to luck to everybody. But it's just like a trip how that, like, it kind of synchronizes in. but it makes way for what you prepared for yourself. You know, because we build it. You know, I build this because like there's times when I'm just like, oh shit, man, I got an event this weekend. Plus I'm like a printing service. I probably got this and that and everything. So I'm like, whoa, you know, like I shouldn't be complaining because this is what I built. This is what you wanted. This is what I wanted. So like if this is what I wanted, and now I'm like over here complaining. I can't complain. I can't look at that. I can't look at it as like, oh fuck, another gig this weekend. No, because this is what you chose, and this is what you were given now. You know, and like now it's just like a trip out. I'm like, tell my friend, I'm like I don't even make any promotion. Like I don't even like put ads. I don't even put anything like that. People hit me up for DJing. Like just with listening to me to that one day, I can get a gig the next week. You know, they're like, oh, give me your number. Next week I have a gig, or next month. Da, da, da. So it's just like, it just grows on from there and there. Excuse me. Because you do things that you love. You know, you're having fun. You know, you're coming in. You're de-stressing. You know, you're authentic. You know, I go into DJ. I'm like having fun, messing around with people. I get on the microphone. Señora, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Da, 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 da.
Right.
So you know, everybody kind of, you make them feel good. You know, like I feel like
it's your energy.
Yeah, like you said, like, oh, my voice. I hated my voice when I was so young, when I first started DJing, because my dad would be like, ándale, hable por micrófono. Like, you know, tienes que ambientarlos, because like, you're not going to get any gigs. How are you going to get gigs? Mexican people love que les están ambientando. Saludos para los de allá y saludos para los de acá. Y ¿dónde están los de escondidos? You know what I mean? So it's just like shit like that.
That's so true, though.
You know, and that was like the biggest thing that came out of my comfort zone. Like, and that's like, and my dad was like,
y ahora no se calla.
Y ahora no se calla, güey. like, hey, play some music, fool.
Hey, pon la música. Deja que juegue toda la canción. Play the whole shit.
Hey, play the song over again, but don't talk this time, bro. Like, come on, fool.
No, hey, yo, there's some DJs que no se callan, no? Tell me, though.
Especially when that song goes, La Mesa, or what is it called?
Mesa.
It's like they're always talking shit about Americanistas. Like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Are you an America fan?
Not really, but I mean, if I was gonna choose between America or Chivas, fucking America, 100%.
I'm a Chivas, I guess.
Why? Why America? I don't even know why America and Chivas.
They both suck, right?
America and Chivas was like the rivalry of like Raiders and Chargers here, and like that's how I always saw that. Like, you see, there's two Raider fans, Chargers right here.
No, I'm not a Raiders fan. I don't watch football.
But
I was a fake Chargers fan.
Oh, there you go. See,
I was a fake Chargers fan.
Fake. Okay, so we're gonna definitely have to change the football teams because the Chargers aren't here anymore and they suck.
They do suck. Did you hear that?
The Chargers are the unwanted children of the NFL.
That is
sorry.
Fact. That is so
true,
sad,
though.
but it is because they have to rent out a stadium,
and they
don't even get their own stadium, and they got kicked like. Their owner
they
moved from San
literally
Diego.
tore down the fucking stadium that they used to play in.
Fuck you guys.
So we're erasing all memories of the Chargers from San Diego.
Fuck Qualcomm, and
so
we're
did you hear
out.
that? All your losses don't count. So,
so they're just out. Memories are out. But let's see.
What were you talking about right before that? What did we? It was pretty good.
Okay, it's about your voice.
Yes.
So the voice was kind of like one of the biggest things, you know, and the factors of creating a business. You know, like we found our voice. I found my voice in DJing. You know what I mean? And that's why I was able to. I think I grew that much more because not just in Mexican parties, I was able to control. You know, I'm able to control. You know, English parties, and I'm able to control weddings, and I'm able to perform at weddings and not get nervous. I still get nervous, but it's not the same as before. I was like, I can shake.
You would get nervous before?
You get nervous. Fuck yeah, dude. And then you forget the names. Oh fuck! How do you forget the names?
Well, don't they give you that?
Yeah, but you still you're right there, or you try to be nervous. But
that's true.
It's just
true.
it just you forget
stage fright.
You stage fright, you know, and then everybody's staring at you. Or the worst thing was like back then was CDs, so you got the dance floor packed, and then your fucking CD scratches.
Oh.
Now you got everybody fucking. So what did it tell you? Habla por micrófono, güey. Habla, pues el otro lo vas arreglando. Buenas noches, Ale, ¿cómo están?
Y atrás todo.
¿Dónde están los grito de las mujeres? And you're like fucking going. You know, you're trying to keep the crowd going while you fucking fix a CD over here. You play the next song. They're fucking going. You know, so like you stage fright. You know, it comes in different aspects. You know what I mean? Once that light turns on and you go action, then you're like,
dude.
Fuck. What did I say?
So one of the things too, once I started podcasting and kind of like, you know, throwing events, people would ask me to host events. So I would host like these like hip hop shows, and you know, I'd be in like, I was, you know, I'm 27, but like these kids were like barely 21, you know. They were obviously like a whole fucking high school fucking lifetime younger than me. So they were all like young and like, you know, I feel like the younger crowd is harder, you know, than the older crowd for some reason. I don't know why. So I'd be like on stage like with all these fucking lights, sweating in a fucking wig, like full makeup beat, and I'm like, I can't even see how you guys look because the lights are so bright, and I'm like, I don't even know. I feel like I'm saying jokes and no one's laughing, and I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is the last time I'm doing this shit. And honestly, I won't host like that anymore because it's hard.
Yeah.
Being in front of a crowd, it's hard.
I did a 25-year-old birthday party the other day, and like 3 weeks ago, and that was hard. That was really hard because you get on the microphone, they just kind of just stare at you like, what the fuck? Like they're not used to this type of. I don't know if they're not used to it. I don't. Maybe they're not because
they probably think it's like fake or something.
Yeah, they think it's fake, but I'm like, I'm fucking feeling it, dude. Like, what's up, bitches? What's up? You make some noise for the birthday girl. They're like, and I'm like, bitch, you homegirl.
Pinches tapados.
Your homegirl is fucking paying this DJ $400-$500 for your fucking enjoyment, and you guys can't even fucking yell.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, the homegirl went fucking all out. You know, I was like,
but if you tag them,
but it's just like, damn, like, you know,
I would like make, like I was just like, you know, I had never done this before, so I was just trying my best, and I was like, dude, I was up there like, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even do this shit, but someone asked me to do this, so I'm here, so you guys better fucking act like you're having a good time, cause shit.
What type of event was that?
It was like a hip hop event, honestly, and I think. Well, I don't know, because I was, like, telling the people, like, yo, like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. They're like, no, you're doing great. Like, you're doing good. You're doing so good. And I'm just like, I guess. Like, ya que? Like, and I would have to, like, drink to, like, get up there. And that was another thing. When I drink, my voice changes pitch. And I don't like how I sound when I drink. Like, I feel like someone's, like, choking me. And I feel like, I don't know. It just sounds different. It doesn't.
I think you're just too hard on yourself.
No, it really does because
really?
Even
well,
in my videos,
when it comes down to like when you're in the different stages, it changes. So like right now, this sounds way different than what it would if you were like in a venue.
Yeah.
You know, if you're on a stage and you have speakers facing out, like you can't even hear your voice, especially if you don't have anything that's right there. And if you're like going on like hip hop shows suck. Like they just got one speaker.
The speaker
and a
was
sub,
so shitty.
and like shitty ass speakers, and like the rappers you can't even understand anyways what they say. So I mean, like that's a plus for them because you know, like you're like, okay, cool.
If you
that
fuck up a lyric,
yeah,
it's
you're like,
fine.
all right, cool, whatever. But you know, like when you're trying to speak and you're trying to perform, like actually trying to talk, like no, it's different. And you have to arrive like one of the biggest things for me is like arriving early, especially like any shows like that. Like you have to do a sound check. You have to do it because you have to sound yourself. You know,
I literally did a sound check in front of everyone.
And that's the thing.
And honestly, just having all eyes on you
makes it that much worse.
So,
because everyone's like, shut the fuck up. This bitch goes 1, 2, 2. Hello. And everybody's like, cállate, güey.
Dude, it was so bad. So I will never host a show like that again. I don't think it's just not for me. Like I'll interview someone, you know, but I don't think I can host a live crowd like that.
This is about the most that I would do. I even just like, I feel like when you were talking about you doing all this as young, like a young baby.
I'm a baby.
A baby.
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 We're probably gonna cut that. I'm just kidding. But I think it's like breaking your own shell and like doing your own footsteps, like setting up your own footsteps and stuff. I don't know. I think you guys are freaking funny.
It's hard. I still make my own. Like I make my voice deep because I still feel like sometimes it cracks too. Like even on microphones and stuff like that. So I mean, obviously, like you know, there's tricks and up to everything. And you still get nervous every single day. You know, like but you shake it off. Right when I told you that when you came in, I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, count to like 20, 100. You know, but hear yourself on that microphone. Make sure you could, you know, every single, you know, like pop, every single like, you know, like when you open your mouth, you can hear it. You know, like that's what you want to be able to. That's how you're gonna be able to define your voice, and you're gonna know. You're gonna be like, okay, this is good for me, and I know that they're gonna enjoy it.
Or like, I shouldn't speak louder than this, or I shouldn't be too close to the mic. type thing. Cause
Am I too close to the
no,
mic?
you're good. No,
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 you're
you're good.
That should sound really good, actually. I on these ones, and that's what I was telling me too. Like these headphones is just like they're noise canceling, so like obviously you're just like way more into the conversation, and you, like I can hear both of you guys like super clear.
Oh, I know. I like those headphones. I'm gonna bring Ezekiel's headphones next time because
Okay,
he
okay,
has
okay.
one of those.
So yeah, so like we have the connections, and we can just connect it
Yeah.
right there to that one. So like, I mean,
Perfect.
I just don't want to mess up you guys' beautiful wigs and stuff like that.
Cars.
Ooh, talking about wigs, let's go into wigs. Actually, this is a good little segue into
And
wigs. I
today
think.
at dinner, my sister was like, "Is that your hair or is that a wig?" I'm like, "No, this is my hair." She was like, "Yeah, last time we were just sitting in the kitchen and Jocelyn just fucking, she has her hair in a bun and she just snaps that shit right off and it's like a whole ass fucking bird's nest in her hand." I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes I wear a fake bun and sometimes it's a real bun."
Depends on your hair.
Yeah, it
what
depends
it's
on
doing.
if my hair is not cooperating. Yeah, I'll throw on a wig.
Wigs are fun though. Wigs are a lot of fun. We had fun this weekend. Really, was it Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah, we had an awesome girl,
Chalice.
from Hawaii, Honolulu, and it was fun. We actually had some mimosas, but wigs are fun. I feel like wigs are fun, but you know what? Wigs are also really hard. They're hard because you have to, like, if you have hair, you have to make sure you like secure it and it doesn't like slide. When I first started wearing them, I was using like this glue and then the tape, and now I'm using just a little band. It's a wig grip and it holds it and it keeps it from like sliding. But it is, I want to say that it's hard because they do get hot. Like I couldn't do that look with the wig. Like, are you kidding me? I would probably have to like glue and tape the back and all this crap, and it still wouldn't even look like that. It's not, they're not like meant to be like for like every day everything like that you do, and that's like the hard part, and I think that's why my heart is so in it, especially now that like I sacrificed my hair. I feel like I can just relate to these people. I mean, imagine not only like, I mean, like I just said, it's challenging and you have to like know this, and I have a 10-year background on them. Imagine you just come in and it's like brand new to you. On top of that, you're dealing with cancer, or you're dealing with alopecia, you're dealing with hair loss, you're dealing with any of that. And if you have like, I don't know, you don't have like your family support, you don't have people like that are there for you. Imagine that. Like, imagine what that does to your mental health, to you. Like waking up, you see yourself in the mirror and you're just whatever, because we're like our worst enemy. We are our worst critics. So imagine like the stuff that goes in through their head as they're trying to heal. That's why I feel like once you put a wig on, like, or at least for me, and I know a lot of my clients would feel like this, it's like once you put your wig on, it's like, oh my God, that's me. And even me, that I'm not sick. Thank you, Lord Jesus, that I'm not sick. It just makes me feel prettier, sexier. Like, it's just more like just me. I've done like every color, I guess you can think of, but like this color just reminds me of like Velia, that came from nothing and is now sitting here and is something. And I'm not even done. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, we have so many plants, and I feel like it's just, you know, it's just that. I just went into my whole wig world.
beautiful.
At least you guys know how I feel about my wigs. I love my wigs. I love my business. And now this with the sip, it's like a whole new thing. Like, I'm so excited. I just love it. I love
I feel
it.
like this just ties in V and wigs by V.
Yeah. It allows me to be
Yeah.
confident.
I think so. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to be planning on for like wearing different wigs.
Halloween.
So it's like we got like two different like hostess like every time they come in here. So that's gonna be a super cool treat. Like it's gonna be like, whoa, somebody
Yeah, I'll
new.
probably start rocking my. I've been wanting to rock my wigs. I cut my hair off in 2018 when I met V, and
Before that.
no, I cut my hair off in 2018.
But when I met you, your hair was short.
Yeah, so I
Sure,
cut my
sure.
hair April 2018, and I met you in August of 2018.
So you guys just barely met
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Whoa,
And, like, that's the crazy
dude, I
part.
would think you guys have like a fucking eternity,
Lifetime.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. I
That
met
is
her when I
insane.
was 25, so that's when I stopped developing in the brain. That's when I became an adult officially. And, you know, that's like, you know, I felt like we aided each other in our healing process, and still obviously it's not over. There's like we have a long road ahead of us, a lot of unlearning to do, and relearning and reprogramming and stuff. But yeah, I felt like I felt like the universe kind of brought us challenges, and we got through those challenges, and
And by that she means that we had
what?
or what do you
Well, I mean, there's been so many challenges
Yeah.
throughout our friendship. Whether it was like, medical challenges,
Yeah, and that's what
other distractions.
I wouldn't say like definitely like distractions, but what I actually love that, and I feel like that made us like stronger because when we first met, it was just like, I don't know. I feel like it was like kind of like yin and yang, like, and it really is. Like,
And then
me and her, are
we connected a lot because, like, me and her son share the same birthday, and then her
Patty.
mentor, we all three have the same birthday.
And it feels like when I first met her, and I think that's why you feel like we're like eternity, and I do feel that like my mentor mother, Patty Joyce, who is very well known on YouTube, wigsbypattyspearls.com. She just like literally like little reminds me so much of her, and like she has like purses that Patty had, like obviously not the same ones, but like literally like
our
the
aesthetic
texture
is the same.
Oh yeah, and it's their birthday, like the fact that they're both like April 27th. Also, my child is April 27th. Like all her like tastes, her like certain things, like as far as like business, like I love that she has like Patty is theater arts major, so I feel like even though you're not theater arts major, like
I'm very much into theater arts.
oh, she's definitely
my
theater.
ring.
Theater arts major right there, and I feel like that's why we clicked so good. And like she had no hair, and then all of a sudden she's wearing the wigs, and I feel like that kind of like inspired me too. Like when I cut my hair, it was just like, I don't know, it was like that sacrifice, and I was tripping out obviously too because they closed my business, but it also like because of her, like it allowed me to like just be able to be like, okay, like, I can do this too, like I can wear the wigs too. And then after that I was like, I couldn't even like, I didn't even know what wig to wear.
And like with the whole hair thing, obviously like I feel like I keep going back to, but okay, so when I turned 25, I had this idea of myself, right? That's when I thought I was going to step into, who I was going to be. I thought I was, I was like, okay, finally, like, after all this bullshit, like, I'm just ready to be who I'm supposed to be, right? But that was just the beginning. Like, it's like how you said, that's when I planted the seed. And I kind of expected the fruit to, like, pop up, but it didn't pop up until, like, 2 years later. And with the whole hair thing, I was reinventing myself. I wanted to cut off all those years of, just damage, pain, just DNA, like everything. I just wanted it to cut all my hair off. I wanted to be a brand new person. And so I cut my hair off, and, I started messing with wigs. I was reinventing myself. I was trying, like different looks. I would literally, this is when I started podcasting too. Like I was like a year into podcasting, and I was actually working on a film with like the same people I was podcasting with. And I had this character named Sadie Ray. So I would go put my wigs on, go downtown, and I would character build, and I would be Sadie Ray. And so I would tell people my name was Sadie Ray, and I was just developing this character, right, that I was going to be in this movie. And it was just kind of like pinches locuras, that I look back and I'm like, que ridícula. But that's kind of, that built me up to be, like, I had to be Sadie Ray to be, Jocelyn Little. Like, I had to be these personas, and I had to put these wigs on, and I had to, like, talk about this and that, like, in order to have all this experience and to be able to sit here with confidence and, ramble and talk with you guys about, my experience.
And you see how we're like yin and yang, because I love how you're like, oh, I wanted to reinvent myself, I wanted to cut my hair, and as you all know, my hair was not anymore, but was my everything.
Yeah,
like,
and she had long, beautiful, full
not just
hair.
that, the color, like we worked on that color, that beautiful blonde. It was just like worked on it for like over a year, and like just the fact that like like I had the guts to do that. Like I still sometimes just trip about it, but it's crazy to hear you say how like you wanted that. Like what? No, like I don't think I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, I wanted to chop my hair off. Like, but I love that. Like I love that to hear that.
That's intense. That really got to me because it's like what a deeper cleanse. Like what a fucking deeper cleanse. Like talk about like not just your fucking gut. You know, like everybody detox. That is a fucking like the way you explained that to me was like literally just fucking like you said everything toxic out of my life and it's right here. And it's crazy because it's like, you know, like you said, it's mentally here because this is I see myself with this hair. I see myself in the mirror, and this is gambling. This is a person that was partying. This is a person that, boom, that you know, like that went through all these hardships, that had these things that happened, and I just fucking zipped it all off.
I'm ready to take it
and
off.
I fucking like, and I bet it was like probably like your head felt so light after that. You know what I mean? And
I almost couldn't believe it, and it's not that I regretted it, but I was just like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I was like, what am I gonna do? I was at the barber once a week. I was fresher than your man's. I was fresher than your kid. I was literally fresh as fuck every week.
Undercut.
Yes.
I undercut, like cute little design, like whatever. I was just fresh, like go shorter on the top. I did color. I was just, you know, like, and even now, like, I kid you not, I wear my hair like this because I don't like my hair. And I kid you not, and I'm not lying to you when I tell you I want to cut it sometimes. I just want to just cut it all off because I don't like it. I don't have a connection to it. Yeah, it's pretty and curly, but I just don't vibe with it. Like, it's just, me and my hair are not connected right now. Like, to me, you know how girls are like, oh, my hair. Like, oh, I need to do my hair. I need to go get my hair done. Me and my hair, we don't have a relationship. I don't even wash the bitch that much. Like, I don't really like her. Like, she's just something that's on my head, and I'm like, how the fuck do you get so knotted? And I cut it all the time, and I'm like, how the fuck are you damaged? And it's literally a plant that I don't take care of, and you can tell I don't take care of it.
But I feel like it's your signature look too,
Yeah.
and I personally love it.
And where was I? think I was at breakfast today, and some girl was like, oh my god, I love your hair. And I just laughed because I'm like, I don't. I fucking hate it. But of course I'm not going to tell her that. So I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, si supieras that I just put my hair up in a bun and a bandana because I don't like to touch it. I don't like to do it. I don't like it in my face. I just throw it up so I don't have to deal with it, and I go on about my day. And people love this shit. So I'm like,
it's that authenticity.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
can't
just
buy
what
that
it is.
shit.
You can't. You
You
cannot.
can't buy authentic or good taste.
And it's your hair. You rock it. You're just like, fuck it. I rock it. And like I was saying, like, wear the DJ Nasty hat. You wear the DJ Nasty shirt. You rock it. You walk everywhere you know. You fucking doing it. And you're doing a thing. And you do yourself. And that's it. And people will be like, whoa, dude, that's sick. That's nice. And you'll be like, really? I just fucking put it on.
Yeah,
Like,
really?
cool. All right.
I just threw this on.
Yeah.
Well.
It's funny because when I started wearing wigs, I got this job in Carlsbad, and like to the interview, fui con mi peluca toda long, like all pretty, long and brown, and then I started work and I'm like bald, no hair. They're like, I'm like, oh yeah, I wear wigs.
By the way,
They're like, this isn't the bitch we fucking hired.
you know, but that people you do get defined for that. You do get defined on how you look, and it sucks. And I hate this world that we live in because it really truly is like that, and it's just sad. But I love that you feel that way on the fact that you're like, oh, you miss having your hair short because and you did rock it. Like, I mean, oh my god, like. Well, first of all, you can put a bag on your face and still sell the damn bag. But the thing of it is like, for me personally, if I could do it all over again, which obviously we can't, but like, you know, sometimes you play that in your head. I wouldn't have gone as short as I did, because when I would go hiking or certain things or wake up. Like there was one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I was gonna go to use the restroom, and I don't usually turn on the light. I usually don't, and it's just, you know, you can still get a little light. And I like looked, I was like, oh shit, like
Se asustó, güey.
yo misma me asusté, and I was like, oh, that's me. And like I would wake up and like I would tell like Edwin, and I'd be like, I cannot believe I fucking cut my hair like real short. And like he would kind of like, he got to a point where he would like get like, he was like, oh, there she goes again with this shit, like because it's like I can't believe I cut it that short, because I was just like, I guess, you know, I guess I did have that Britney Spears moment. I was like, just gonna cut it.
Yeah.
I didn't think of like, bitch, when you go hiking, like you put a hat on and it's all here. Like I wasn't like little where she was like at the barbershop like every fucking Friday, even if she was wearing wigs, because she would wear
And you
wigs.
couldn't because of COVID.
Hello. My husband and my son would have like longer hair.
Caleb would have longer hair
Than
than I
me.
did. I would be fresher than Caleb.
She would be wearing wigs and still getting a haircut.
Yeah,
like
I spent so much money at the barber. I made my fucking barber probably, and I'm a good tipper too. So,
hella.
and I
good
would
tipper.
just get cleanups too. Like I would have to have like the little hair back here. I was like, like you need to clean that shit
'Cause
up.
it does look weird.
Like
It's
you need
so
to clean that up. And
thick.
for a long time, I grew out the top, but I was still getting the bottom like cleaned up. Still the bottom, like just my ears
love that
right here and the
undercut.
bottom. And then eventually I just grew it out, and it was a funny stage. but-
Women in their hair. That's
I was
so
like so
trippy.
excited when I was able to put it like in a half ponytail. I was like, oh my god, I can use a liga.
Dude, yeah, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna need these anymore. I fucking gave them to my sister. I was like, here, you can have all them. I remember the first time I bought ligas again, I was like, what the fuck? I'm buying ligas. That's crazy.
But I'm glad I did that, because I don't know about you, but it allowed me to really see the beauty of me. Like I am beautiful. Like with my wig, I feel hella extra beautiful. But without my wig, without my makeup, I feel like COVID, you know, this whole thing we went through, like it allowed me to love me like just bare, you know, no fucking makeup, no hair, no nothing. How many girls do you guys know that could be like, yeah, I'll shave my head, yeah, I'll sacrifice my hair, or da-da-da. And even myself that I did it, was like, oh,
Yeah.
I won't go that short again.
Even my baby daddy told me recently, he was like, I know you were going through it when you cut your hair. I was like, you know what? Like then I didn't think I was going through it. Then it was just like, all right, I'm just ready to let go. Like I have this plan. And it was literally kind of like, because I had dyed my hair blonde like 2 weeks before that, and my hair was just fried. And it was short and blonde, and it was fried, and I was like, I just need to cut it off. Like, I just need to cut it all off. And so to me, I wasn't going through things, but like when he told me like, oh, I knew you were going through it, I was just like, holy shit, I was going through
Oh,
it.
fuck yeah, you had a Britney Spears
I
moment.
was, yeah, and I did have a Britney Spears moment.
But you
Totally did.
swagged out that fucking Britney Spears
But I
moment,
was
dude.
fresher
What the
than your
fuck? What's
mans.
up with that? Like, cause I swear, if Britney Spears would have came out with like a fresh ass cut and like some like, instead of just, you know,
Okay,
balding,
so
because she
Britney,
balded.
you
and
know
it,
why
it
she
was
cut
just-
her hair, right?
I really
No.
don't know. I mean, that
She
was,
cut her hair because they were gonna drug test her.
oh, mama.
And they were gonna drug test her hair for
And they're
her
like- and
because
they're
they were
like-
trying to take her kids away.
Oh, they're like, oh, you don't have
Really?
any hair.
Yeah.
You know, you are not showing any signs of using
Yeah.
drug since you cut all your hair.
Well, that's
You
she
are
thought.
definitely
Yeah, she
not,
thought that if
you
she
know.
cut her hair off, they wouldn't be able to test her hair.
I don't know. We
And
got
then
a
someone
free...
told me that. I don't know. We
But
can
that's
fact
a-
check.
that's a
But
good one. That's- I
it
mean,
made sense. I didn't know why she went
It makes
crazy.
sense if you were using drugs. Yes.
I
I
mean,
would say hashtag free Britney.
free Britney.
Free Britney, please.
Yes.
She's.
I know
think
my
she's the-
cousin showed me a picture. She was like, "Is this Britney?" Actually, today at
Oh,
dinner.
you seen her Instagram actually?
video.
Yeah, her Instagram on her videos on Instagram look weird. Like she looks
Yeah,
looks
what, are
out
you
of
kidding
it.
me? Are you kidding
What,
me?
she's
like
under-
society. Like she was like the first one that actually like society like practically like loved and then banned.
Mhm.
Like,
And
that's
the
why I
fuck
love-
out. Like you know like
Mhm.
kick the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
But see, that's why I love Hillary Duff, because she is the only one that hasn't gone cuckoos.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe she didn't sell her soul, because I mean, or maybe she did. I mean, I don't know. But
I
she's
feel
the
like
only one
Britney. She's under mind control.
Oh yeah, 100%. MLK.
Ooh,
Ultra.
Ooh, that's
Or what
like
is it?
definitely the
MK
other
Ultra.
side.
MK
That's the
Ultra.
other side of the portal.
Y'all
Because
ain't
I
ready
think
for
so.
this.
I think they did because she was just such a pop queen. And she just had like she
What's
was
her
like the
Instagram?
first.
Still is.
I heard
She was
that
like-
the voice that she sang was not her actual voice.
What?
Whoa.
No way.
Dun, dun,
That's
dun,
not what she
dun.
wanted to be. I heard that she had like a specific voice that she wanted to come out with, but then
They
dad
wanted her
was
a pop.
Yeah.
So Candy's saying
they
like,
made her pop.
we
but she
need
wanted to be a Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay. So maybe what it was is they didn't allow her to develop her voice to her complete
100%.
potential
100%. That's
because
what
they just
do.
wanted her to be.
Who they want.
I'm a slave.
Look at how
Wow.
she's so
Oh, Britney
scary.
Spears. Aww. What
And
did
like
she
she's still
sing?
like I feel like she's still stuck in that like little girl type of like phase like
Because she has
What
to.
is
They're
she saying,
making
though?
her.
Like
I
that,
feel
you know?
like they're making her.
Oh,
Not
on
just
the- yeah,
that,
on the
like
side, on
her
the side.
eyeliner bothers me. Like, why is it like?
yeah like
A towel, oil, sunscreen, a dog, and a hat. I'm gonna go to my jacuzzi now.
Yeah.
So this is the exact same bathing suit
like
I wore
like a
3
Barbie
days
like
ago
a
to
type
the
of like a
beach. But I
Barbie
said,
doll
hey,
slash
why
like
not
type
give
of
it another
like
shot?
Well,
can like you know like bring
it's like what she was saying. It's that
MK Ultra
it's
type
that.
of shit like that.
And,
like,
and the thing of
ugh.
it, yeah, it's
like brainwash
She has
type
a
of shit.
handler.
Let me get
Oh, yeah.
taken off
Oh,
of the
sorry.
stupid YouTube.
Dang.
yeah.
But yeah,
it's
she looks gone.
It's crazy, yeah. But the thing of it is, she obviously didn't have her systems in place because her dad. I mean, it's all about money at this point, you know.
And it's fucked up. So many artists fought with their parents because of money. Like even the what's her name? Kobe Bryant's wife. Did you guys hear about how her mom like went out? She went on El Gordo en la Flaca.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So okay. So Kobe took care of what's her name? Is her name Jessica? No.
I don't know.
What's the
mom,
wife's
yeah,
name? What's the wife's name? Vanessa. Kobe took care of Vanessa's mom for the past 20 years. You know, they had a house for her. You know, it was their house, but, you know, she lived in it. And so they took care of her. They had a car under her name. When Kobe died, they pretty much, they didn't kick her out of the house, but they wanted to liquidate everything. So they got rid of assets and stuff like that. So they put the mom in an apartment and, you know, Vanessa just lost her husband and her child. And the fucking bitch ass mom went on El Gordo de la Flaca looking like a fucking bum. And, you know,
Like,
this
really?
lady has been taken care of for the past 20 years. And she went on there with this narrative of, you know, that she hasn't been taken care of. First of all, it's not your daughter's responsibility to take care of you. But, you know, they took care of you for the past 20 years. And then you're going to fucking go behind her, well, not behind her back, go publicly and shame her. And she just, you know, was pretty much played the victim. And then Vanessa came out and she made a public statement, you know, saying, you know, her mother was always taken care of, and, you know, she's still being taken care of, that she doesn't know, like, what possessed her to fucking go on this show and, you know, make all these comments about her after she lost her husband and her child.
I think a lot of the times it comes down to like, you know, like we were saying, like, oh, being, you know, like careful who you bring around with and who's going to actually be right next to you, right? Because as soon as like something stops and you stop giving to that person is going to go 1,000,000 times ham to like try to belittle you, you know, and like those good things are like going to be in the past and they're not even going to fucking remember you and shit. You know, like the good things like are gone, like go through life like unnoticed. Like, you know,
Yep.
like that guy probably took care of her for like so much long. That lady put a car, had a job, and like, you know, like
She
saved
coulda
up
put
money,
money
and she would
away.
have saved money away for like, you know, this is not gonna last, dude. And that's the thing, that we believe that everything's gonna last for us for like forever, like our liver, our fucking lungs, our fucking, you know, our bodies, like, but we're not gonna last forever. And we need to be at peace with that at ourselves too, you know, like it comes
And
down
be
with
mindful.
being mindfulness of, you know, like my body's gonna rot. You know, I'm gonna have to leave it. You know, what I taken, I have to give back. You know, like I've eaten,
todo
you
en
know,
este mundo es prestado.
I've taken so much from, you know, from animals. I've eaten so many chickens. I've eaten so many fucking beef. I'm eating so much plant-based fucking foods. Bam, bam, bam. Everything when I leave is gonna get back down into the soil, and the animals are gonna be able to take care from it, and you know the planet's gonna be able to feed up, and it's that cycle, you know. And then until we're not mindful of that, and we're not clear-headed of that, we're not gonna be able to be at peace with anything, you know, because that's just when it's gonna be. Because when a hardship falls, like our house is being taken away and we're back to like our old apartment, and we're like, fuck, man, this sucks, man. I used to be so good, man. Fuck this. I'm gonna go fuck. If I go public, these motherfuckers better give me a house now, you know. So I'm gonna go public right now. These motherfuckers better give me a house, so I shut the fuck up. And then what happened was like that. Mom was like,
It backfired.
It backfired, and the lady was like, hey, you know, we've actually taken care of her. You know, it's kind of sucky that she does like that, because those people are what? Mindful. That, you know, that Vanessa or whatever is, you know, the wife, she's mindfulness. She's probably in a better spot. You know, she's humble, like the way that her husband was. You know, like her husband was probably like one of the most humblest people that you can probably meet in earth. You know, like to be such a big star and to have that type of humbleness. You know, but you can't spread that out. You know, but and like that's what I'm saying. Like that humbleness and that like niceness, it blinds us from those people that are actually there to do bad and do harm, and not there for the right reasons though too.
I feel like right now I'm at that place in life where I'm realizing that, and I'm totally okay like doing what Vanessa did and just being able to just say, you know, goodbye, peace out, and I still love you and care for you, and I'll still give you, you know, a hand, or like, but to like take something from your own family to others, even if it is your own family, your own mom, because a lot of times even our own parents don't have, and I'm talking just like, you know, in general, like they really don't always have the best for us. Sometimes they have a child, like, you know, more than one kid, and they care more for one of your brothers or sisters, or you know, than your own self. And you have to be totally okay with that. You have to learn to just get better on your own, because these people will weight you down. They will. I had two experiences this week where I feel like two people again like kind of took advantage of like me just thinking that like I'm good, so they're okay fucking me over. And it's like, okay, maybe I am good or maybe I'm not good, but even if I am or I'm not, you shouldn't fuck anybody over, your own people, because guess what, homie, it's gonna come and bite you in the ass. But they don't know that, and that's why like one of the persons, and he's not my homie, but just one of the persons that did something, I was like, hey, your next downfall or your next payback will be because of this. And I'll never regret sending that message, because and it was like the next message I got, I didn't even open it because it was just like, nah, like
because it's just a back and forth, or it's not worth it.
It was just like, you're like, it's gonna sound so cliche for me to say this, but you're not my level. You're not. You're just like, you're a joke, and that's cool. You're allowed to be a joke, because I'm not even trying to be like on that. Like, I separate myself, and that's what I was going back to what we were talking about. Like, you have to be okay to like detaching from yourself, or like even friendships or acquaintance you've known for like 10, 15 years. Like 10, 15 years, what is that? That's just a fucking number. It's like you were saying, like me and Little, like it feels like we've been together for like eternity. Like, no, we haven't, but maybe we somehow have, or maybe in my like previous
these 2 years
lifetime
have been so much more valuable
than a fucking 15-year-old friendship that all they do is
use you
or even just talk shit. Because like, I'm okay with people talking shit, like I am, but if you're talking shit to my face, if you're telling me, you know what, Evelina, you're fucking up, you shouldn't be doing this, you should better on this, you should better on that, or like you shouldn't use this, there's some things like that, it's like, yeah, I will get a little butthurt, because that's just me. And I'm like, I guess I blame it on like my being a Cancer, but like in reality I am all about emotions. I'm learning to like let go of that, but it's like I would take it more like to heart. And now like when I get things like that, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, like, okay, yeah, you're right, I need to work on that.
You
like,
take it with that little grain of salt. It's like, you know, it's just like, okay, cool, but you know, I just like the way I am right now. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, yeah, you're fucking up, you know, like, you're fucking up, and there's people, and it just depends who it comes from, too.
Right.
You know, obviously, if it's
You
like
can't take
little,
advice from someone that's doing
you know,
worse
if it's
than
little
you.
Tavelia, you know, they're gonna be like, okay, what's up? You know, okay, I understand, and you know, we're at that same level, you know, mutually, friendship wise, we're here,
Right.
You know, and that's what we are. But you know, just coming from some fucking dumb fuck on the
Yeah.
fucking internet, like, come on, dude, like, we cannot, you know, we cannot drop down to that level because we gotta fly and soar way above.
I've had
that.
someone. I fucking don't even like talking about this person, but I've had someone like throughout the years, someone that I don't fuck with, but for some reason they constantly, randomly come up in my life, and it's always them like reaching out to me, like trying to fucking make me feel some type of way about myself. You know, telling me things like, oh, like, you think you're the shit, you think you're so much better. Like, no. I've always had trouble understanding that, like, when people tell you, oh, you think you're better, or, like, whatever. Because, like, who doesn't want to be better? Like,
You know,
why
that's
wouldn't you
yeah.
want to be better?
Yeah.
And so my reaction, or, like, what I say to people telling me, like, oh, you think you're the shit. Like, I'm sorry that, you know, you feel that I think I'm the shit, but I am the shit.
Amen.
I am
Amen.
the shit.
I've had that.
And
Amen.
I'm a big deal, and you're just mad because I'm not your friend. You're just mad because I don't fuck with you. You're just mad that if I don't fuck with you, a whole bunch of people aren't gonna fuck with you, because that's how much people fuck with me. People fuck with me so much that if I choose not to fuck with you, trust me, it's gonna be reciprocated by the people around me. And that's how strong my character is. And that's the value of who I am. I have that influence over people. And I'm not saying like I use it. It's a weapon. It's a weapon that I can use. I can literally have someone canceled like this if I really need to. But I'm not that type of person. When it comes to shit like that, I'm like, you know, just because I had a bad experience with this person doesn't mean you are. Like, feel free to make your own mind up, your own assumptions about said person. Just know that I don't fuck with them for that reason, and that's just me being an adult and setting my boundaries, and that's what life is about. You can choose who you want to fuck with and who you don't. And if you fuck with someone I don't fuck with, I have the choice to not fuck with you because you fuck with them. And that's it. We're adults. Everyone can pick and choose who they want to fuck with. If I want to talk to you even though you talk to them, it's cool. I'm going to talk to you even though you talk to them. But I'm going to just be wary about the shit that I tell you just because I know that you go over there and fucking pillow talk and shit, whatever.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, it's that circle that you keep behind, that you keep close to you, know. And I think like we want to be able to like share with everybody, you know, because it's like it's a good experience. Everybody, you know, like loves to share, and you know, like what's the best thing, you know, like because you know you do meet genuine people, like you know, like even like the worst fakes can be like the most genuine. Like that's what sucks about it. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, Jesus Christ. You're just like, my God, okay, can we like, you know, like where did this take a turn? Like, you know, like where do we go from like being such good friends
like
to like
friend
where the
to
fuck
enemy?
are we? And like, you know, and I don't even know what you're talking about and where we're coming from and what you said, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, like we want to be able to, you know, like learn to better weed those people out, you know, and like just let them go, you know, because I think the more that we hold on to those people, like the more that we. And I think we make them viable in our house. Like we bring them up, you know, we bring them up, or you know, we give them that energy, we give them that DM back, you know, we give them that little poke. You know, they say like, oh, you shouldn't, you know, you think you're so good, and you just write back, well, fuck you, you know. But by you writing, you fuck you, that means I was like, fuck yeah, I got a little reply. Hold on. Fuck me. Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna fucking write down a whole paragraph, and this is gonna fuck. And the demeanor is to bring you fucking down and bring you, because this motherfucker or whoever, this lady or whatever, is feeling some type of way down that wants to bring everybody down.
Dude, this bitch tried to tell me, she's like, because I don't remember what I told her, but I called her out of her name, and she's like, oh yeah, that's why your baby daddy stays trying to take me out. I was like, oh, hell no, bitch. Screenshot, sent to my baby daddy. You need to check this bitch. I don't know what the fuck. And he checked her. He was like, what the fuck? I never hit up that hoe. Like, fuck her. And, you know, she hit me up because I stopped talking to some guy because I saw he was hanging out with her. And he knew I don't fuck with this girl. I told him, I'm sorry, like, you're cool and shit, but I just don't. If you're going to be kicking with her, like, and you want to be cool as fuck with me, like, I'm just not going to fuck with you. So this bitch hits me up like, why are you like so pressed about me? You know, him talking to me. I'm like, bitch, why are you upset that like if I don't fuck with you? You know I don't fuck with you. Why are you in my DMs? And you know, she tried to bring my baby daddy up. And then, you know, she brought this fool up, and they both checked her, and they were like, you need to leave Jocelyn alone. Like, literally, I'm not the girl you want to have problems
But when
with.
it comes down to, like, you just being honest, you know what I mean? Like, you being
Yeah.
upfront. Like, dude, like, I mean, obviously it's something that we all have to learn. Like, I mean, I've had to fucking learn. Like, I've probably, like, the worst thing about me is, like, conversation. Like, to be a fucking conversationalist. To have a conversation with a woman, man or woman, it's fucking hard. I'm gonna tell you this right fucking now, especially when it's like a woman that you like or somebody that you're with, or you know, to have that person look at you straight in the eyes and tell you like, nah, this is bullshit, you're bullshitting me, or what's going on, you know, like that's the worst feeling. I think that's why guys like kind of like we back down, we're like, oh fuck, never mind, or and then these lies start conjuring up or whatever, you know. So you kind of like want to be able to, you know, you want to be able to be as authentic and like be as like straightforward as possible. Like even as bad as it sounds, like you said, like, man, it sucks. Like that person just needs to hear that. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel. And if you don't fucking like it, then fuck it. Then let it be. Like then let's part ways and let's not even fucking be, because obviously it's not working for us. Whatever it is, this friendship, whatever it is, we're not, because you don't respect the person that I don't want to be talked to. You know, because like you said, pillow talking or whatever, I'm gonna come up. We gonna come up. We gonna come up when you live motherfuckers be chicken hanging out. Then this comes out, you know, and that's the thing that I think kind of comes in people's heads when you're like, well, fuck, I don't want you to hang out with that motherfucker, because then what if I act stupid?
Right.
I don't want you to go tell that motherfucker how stupid I acted the other day at the club, you know, because it was just between me and you. We were just chilling.
Right.
But you know, it just depends on, you know, like what is gonna be said, you know. But you know, sometimes people don't, you know, they can take the good with the bad. It's just like, you know, the news will take fucking whatever Donald Trump said and, you know, break down, and then whatever
And
fucking
then flip it
Biden
over.
says, and then whatever Biden says, flip it over. So it's the same thing. Whatever
Yeah.
you hear from somebody else is
Sometimes-
only going to be like 20% of what the fuck that person
like
said.
someone today tried to tell me something about one of their friends, and I was like, why are you telling me this? Like, I don't even know this person. I don't want to know their problems. Like, to me, it's just like you trying to tell me someone else's chisme or someone else's like problems. It's like we can have a conversation about so many other things, but me quieres venir a chismear? Like, really? Me quieres venir a chismear? Something that, you know, isn't going to affect me in any way.
It's a
like,
burden. It's like just a,
Yeah,
like a
dude.
weight on top of you.
and like
just
I'm the type of person, like, todos me chismean todo. Todos me chismean todo. And that's why, like, you know, it's a blessing and a curse, because I'm always in the know when it comes to things. And, you know, I've found out so many things from other people, like when it comes like concerning me, you know, like people talking behind my back, or people acting fake in my face, and you know, or acting fake behind my back and acting cool in my face and shit like that. And you know, to me, it's like the universe is letting me know, you know, it's because I need to know, right? But like you said, it's just like it stays on to me, and it's like I try not to hold on to those things, like especially cuando me chismean, I'm like, I don't hold on to things. And like I can tell you, like, there's a couple people that I have beef with. I don't know why I have beef with them. I just know like something happened. I can't even fucking tell you what happened, because I don't hold on to those things. I don't remember. If some people had a fucking problem in fucking 2001, I don't remember. I remember there was a problem, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember things like that. I try not to hold on to people's traumas, because a lot of people like to share their traumas with me and very personal things. And I just try not to hold on to them. And I'm just like always trying to remember, like, oh yeah, that's why
But
they're
how do you
like that.
not like? How do you not hold on to like you know what I mean? Like
I
when
have
somebody
the
comes
worst
to
memory.
you, like you know, yeah, I know. I
I
guess that
have
could
the
be a good
worst
right.
memory.
But you know, like I mean, when it's something deep, you know, like obviously like a trauma, like whatever it is that it happens, you know, like it is very difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
like,
some things
You know
obviously
that just
I-
stick onto
yeah.
you and they linger on for you for the rest of your life and stuff. And you know, like there's things that you know, and in part it does make you feel good because it makes you feel like you are someone that you can get trusted
Right.
with. You know, and somebody can come to you and look forward to as advice. You're like a guru. You're like
Yeah.
a sensei.
A
You're
sensei.
you're like you know you're that type of person that like,
I'm a
you know, you
padre.
just so easy to come to.
Everything except
Yeah.
that.
Padre of
Yeah.
sin.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Take it back.
That-
Fuck.
See?
I do
Burning
not
that place.
associate.
He's like, don't bring that stuff. No. So, but yeah, you know, it's just like I mean, because it's just you make it just so easy to talk to you. I think it's just like you know you're just so calm, and you know you look at the person when when they're talking to you, like it's just something about that you know you just makes you want to spiel it out. And I think that's why like you know you and Velia have such a good you know camaraderie between you both because you know it doesn't just take a person to be there and hear your problems. It takes somebody to listen actually.
And
to
someone
actually, like,
that's been through shit in their life. Like,
yeah.
if you don't have life experience,
Yeah, because you just go like, I
You
don't know how
can't-
it feels.
you
I
can't
was
be
like,
open.
Yeah.
Cause me, like, you can't surprise me. I've heard it all. You know, people have shared, you know, very intimate, private things with me, you know, like traumatic, just, you know, things that you would only see in a fucking sad story, you know, movie. And I think, like, you know, one of the things that allows people to share those things with me is like I don't really react to things. I just kind of soak it in, and I do feel for people. I am empathetic in that sense, but I look at things from a realistic point of view, and I feel like, you know, we do live in a world where our emotions are controlled on the daily, and, you know, we control our emotions on a daily, and we live in a society, especially like Western society, where, you know, showing emotions is looked as, you know, a weakness or something like that. But also, I feel like as a human being, we need to be able to control our emotions in order to think rationally and make proper decisions, because when you do make decisions out of emotions, you usually make the wrong decision, or, you know, you do things at the wrong time because, you know, you just do it out of emotion. So I think being able to control your emotions is a sign of maturity, and I think that's why, like, CEOs are usually fucking sociopaths, because they don't put their emotion into their work in that sense. You know, they put their passion into their work in that sense, but not their emotions, because your emotions can make or break you. And, you know, that's just the world that we live in.
It is so difficult, like because like like you're talking about emotions. Like I mean, like when you get angry, like you start shaking and then you like start crying,
And
like,
you fucking
like,
see red.
and everything just like stops making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like I've hated it because like I've been in those type of arguments, you know, and I'm just like fuck, like I totally lost composure, you know, and you're just like, God, like that went like so not in my favor. You know what I mean? Because instead of fucking like making your point, you went back and you went like, fuck, like you
I
fucking-
should have said this.
Yes, I should have said that. And instead you were just like, well, fuck you and fuck you
Yeah.
and fuck you too again.
Your mom's a
yeah,
hoe.
Yeah, and that was like the best thing you came up with. Yeah, that was like the best.
Dude, especially
And you left and you were like,
being young.
and you left and you were like, oh, your mom's a hoe. That was good. That was good, you know?
Nah, that was like fucking 2000 and nah. Honestly, that's why I hate social media, because I've had like a couple of incidents where like we're face to face and you don't say shit, but the minute like I walk away, you call me out on certain things, and it's like through a screen. Like really, it's
Twitter fingers.
It's completely different as when we're face to face, and if you have something to say, like we'll have a deep and real conversation, versus like social media. I can sit there and tell you something and you pretend like you're not there, but you looked at what I wrote and then you think of like a good comeback or a good da-da-da to like shut me up. And then it's like, it makes just no sense. Like, or like having like people like pretend like they support you and they love you, but like you post something up or you da-da-da and they can't even like double tap it or be like, oh, hey, I'm so proud of you. Instead, like they question certain things. And it's like, why you guys gotta be like that? You know, like, can't we just like be cool and not be fucking envidiosos? Like, what's envidiosos in English?
Envious.
Envious. Don't be fucking envious. We can all have it all. There's enough business for everybody. There's enough for everybody. But you gotta be hungry. If you're not hungry, I mean, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, I want this. Like, nah.
I think that is one of the biggest things too, because everybody's hungry, but who's willing to hunt? Like that's fucking
Or plant a seed.
yeah,
And water
yeah,
it.
and plant the seed. Like it's a garden, dude. Like my garden back there is probably dying because I haven't been out there like in the past 2 days, 2-3 days. You know,
Yeah, 'cause how do you
but my
expect it to
mango
survive?
tree, I love it. You know, my
have
mango
a
tree is
mango
back
tree?
there,
Yeah,
and I'm like, ow, you know, and I'm like, I put little stakes on it.
Are they the
and
green ones or the yellow ones?
I don't know yet because it's like this big like that. But it's like
me
so we
up.
used to have one in our apartment back when we were living in on Washington, and it got stolen. It was on a fucking planter, like this wide and like this tall,
Wow.
full of fucking dirt. They rolled it out of the apartments, and it was like 8 feet tall, like as tall as the ceiling. They fucking rolled it out.
Fucking
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah, like you could already see like we were about to get mangoes, and that's why they came up on it.
Fucking
Came up on it.
assholes.
It was in front of my apartment though.
It's
I mean,
like-
it was too good to not like like people were like probably like damn.
Damn, but what were you gonna do? Fucking put a lock on that bitch or what?
Well, like, remember how like I have in my freaking
Yeah, those big old locks over there in your house.
in my
Yeah,
fucking house, like I have
'Cause of the bikes?
Yeah, they stole my fucking bike and stuff, and then Edwin got it back, thank God. But like he went and got like this big old chain, and we like put it for our barbecue or my like everything, even Ezekiel's the freaking scooter, like it's all there. He's like yesterday, he's like, oh, no one's gonna take it. I'm like,
Ain't nobody
You'd be
taking this
surprised.
shit.
well, they did. That's why we bought this shit. But it's like, yeah, what do you expect? You're supposed to fucking put it.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just live in those days. Like, even your own fucking neighbor, your own fucking family. It could even be your mom. your-
Dude, low-key, I was thinking about that today because I don't even want to say this, but I feel like I need to get a safe because I have I have a lot of, not that it's like valuable, but I have a lot of like silver jewelry. And I just have it like in a drawer, you know, and it's like the first drawer. If you walk in my room, if you open that drawer, it's the fucking holy grail of fucking silver jewelry. And I'm like, damn, like I need to like lock
Or get
this shit
cameras,
up.
too.
Yeah.
We just got cameras too.
I have
because-
cameras hidden in my house.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Like, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
to go
here,
back.
our
Like, how
systems.
blacked out was I last night? Like, how did I come
Let
in?
me see.
Oh my god, you
I
guys!
wish
drop
I
me
wish.
off.
Sometimes I wish I had
A GoPro. You need a GoPro with the one that you
the
put right
the
here.
best. The best.
The vest, dude. I need to get one because I be getting fucked up.
Girl, you need to stop getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about fucked up. Did we finish that champagne?
No, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We still got another one. It's nice and
Oh,
cold.
that
Ooh,
one's
this
done.
That one's done actually. Let me go.
feel
do you
like
guys
we
want to
need
take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little
take
break.
I